Hey, my name is Nate with Amber Drag Records over here. Usually we're doing videos of bands playing rock and roll songs. But today we're going to teach you how to fix the input jack on a Hollowbody guitar. What we have here is a Epiphone Sheraton. It's basically a copy of the ES335, the way I understand it. This one is actually on loan from my uncle. He hasn't asked for it back yet, so I take care of it as good as I can. Today while playing, the input jack was a little loose and causing some crackly sounds, so I gotta fix it, and figured I'd teach you guys how. It is kind of something you wouldn't think about normally. There's not enough space to get your hands in there and mess with it, so you kind of have to get creative. So here's the tools you'll need. You'll need a mini screwdriver, a pair of pliers, needle nose, what I got here. You'll need a socket to, this is a little 1/2-inch socket that I have. This is probably not made in America, but it fits the metric nut here. And then the tricky thing is the wire, so the little wire. So the trick is you kind of bend the wire here so that you're going to get some traction with the nut, or the input jack rather. You feed it through, and then, oh sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. To give yourself a little bit more room to work with, you should probably take off the pick guard, which is what the little screwdriver's for. You can see what I'm doing there. My arm's in the way. Oh goodness. There goes the pick guard. Alright. You thread the wire through until you can see it in the sound hole. The F hole, as we call it affectionately. When you see it, reach your needle nose in there and grab the wire. This way, when you take the nut off here, or you don't lose the input jack in the hollow body. We've all had that experience where you've dropped the pick into your guitar and you have to find it, and we don't want that going on with the input jack here. So now that we've removed the nut and the washer, our input jack is just kind of hanging out there, about ready to fall in. So at this point in time, you're going to want to ever so gently pull it through, because you don't want to pull the wire through the input jack and lose the input jack. Alright, there she is. So now because this one's loose, oh man, this is old. It's loose, so it's not connecting very well. So really all you got to do is bend this little piece in a little bit so that it connects. So you're probably going to want to grab something I should have thought of earlier. You're going to want to grab a 1/4-inch plug and plug it in there and make sure it's snug. Let me grab one real quick here. This is actually a TRS recording snake I had lying under the table, but it worked just fine. So there we go. That plugs in. That's nice and snug now, whereas before it was a bit of an issue. Alright. So same thing as before. You're going to want to, because the F hole is easier to stick some needle nose pliers in than the hole for the input jack, you're going to want to feed it through the hole for the input jack first, so that, oh look at that, I don't even need the pliers this time. And we'll do the same thing. Make that a little bit more solid there so it doesn't pull it on through. Drop her in. And pull it through. Go ahead and put the the washer and the nut back on. Oh. So once you finger tighten it, you can pull the wire the rest of the way through. Grab your socket, but be careful not to push down too hard. You don't want to scratch your finish. Kind of tighten it down nice and solid. Now this one didn't have a lock nut like the Gibsons do. The Gibsons have a nice lock nut on the other side to keep it from turning. So if you turn this too far, you're just going to be spinning the whole thing. It's not going to tighten it any better. But anyway, so that's how you do it. And now your input jack's right on there again. You're all set. So hopefully that's helpful to somebody out there. And have a great night.